Thank you, everybody. We're going to start the meetup. And we're also just started our live recording. So if everyone could take their seats. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If we could start the meetup. We just started our live broadcast for everybody. So for those who are joining us virtually, thank you for joining. This is the Azure Gov Meetup. This is our 14th meetup, right? 14th meetup. So, and those who are attending in person, thank you. Networking is very valuable to us as we try to grow our user community base in Azure Government and those innovating in government. For those who are virtual, it's hashtag Azure Gov Meetup. Should you like to ask some questions, we also post updates and announcements on that hashtag, so please follow us on Twitter that way as well, and of course always on the Meetup platform. So to begin, my name is Karina Hami. I'm one of the co-organizers of this meetup, and Vishwas.
I'm Vishwas Lele, co-organizer of the meetup. Thank you.
Okay. So we always like to kick off our meetups with why are we here? And this is something that we feel very strongly about as we start developing new innovations and start using the platform. I'm part of the Azure Government Engineering product team based in DC, and we're really here to hear about your stories, about what you're trying to do, create a peer network so we can learn from each other. Vishwas, I don't know if you want to add to this. I know you're passionate about it.
How many of you are attending this meetup for the first time tonight? That is great to see. As Karina said, this is our 14th meeting. And this meetup started last year. And the goal was to sort of bring the community together, look at the solutions that people were building. And then as Karina said, this is a great opportunity for all of you to provide feedback. And I was going to speak to this slide. I speak to this all the time. But I wanted to provide you a concrete example this time. There was this one problem that we were running into constantly. And remember calling Steve. Steve and I used to work together, but he now works on the Azure Gov team. Remember calling him about this problem that we were having all the time related to Azure AD. And a few weeks later, Steve sends an email saying that has been fixed. So this is just as an example of direct access to the engineering team, and also the ability to see solutions that others are bringing. And today you'll be seeing some excellent demos and what they're doing with the API. So back to you, Karina.
Yeah. So. Thank you for participating. We grow about 50 or 60 new members every time we have a meetup. We're at about 900 members in our community, so help us grow it. Please be active in social media, come up and volunteer to share your stories, and any other way you would like to participate, we're open to that. With that, we are happy to talk about the release of our cognitive services in Azure Government. We have an amazing lineup tonight on what is Azure Government Cognitive Services and how can we use them. Also, amazing presentation from Justin Herman about what GSA, the Emerging Technologies Group, is doing to get agencies actively participating in using AI and cognitive services. So I think that will be a great use case for what's happening today in government. With that, we wanted to share a couple of updates. I don't know, Vishwas, you want to do this with me, but the big one is HDI Insight and Power BI. Please take a look and play around with them. We're really excited about some of our announcements around FedRAMP High, NVA, and a couple of other agencies they're about to announce as well. So we're seeing a lot of movement in that area. And then, of course, cognitive services is why we're coming here today. There's a lot of upcoming events. Vishwas, I don't know if you wanted to talk to them.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk to them. So the Build conference is coming up. It's kind of late to talk about the Build conference because it got sold out in the first few minutes. But there is a long waiting list, I'm told, still, so you may still want to apply, I don't know. But all the sessions are made available very promptly. That's a great conference to look for all the upcoming technologies. That's May 10th and 12th. And just talking to Steve about, and he can share more details, he was just mentioned this to me. There's a hackathon that's being organized June 7th and 8th. Great opportunity. I think the day one, Steve, if I may, please correct me if I get this wrong. Looks like there's some excellent free training combined with opportunity to work together in teams and build solutions based on what you've learned the previous day. So if you have developers in your organization wanting to get to speed with Azure, have not had a chance to play with Azure Gov yet, this is a great opportunity to show up. I think June 7th and 8th in the Chevy Chase office. And then the Microsoft Inspire event in DC, which is in July.
And that last event is really for our partner ecosystem, so stay tuned. We'll talk a lot about it. We're going to be here afterwards as well for the networking, should there be any questions about any of the events or about products. So with that, we'll just go right into our presentations. I'll have each speaker introduce themselves, but thank you again for coming.